those things. See here, as I keep on improving my sigma level, my cost of poor quality gradually comes down, right? And it's a kind of thumb rule. As your sigma level goes up by 1, let's say from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and approximately your cost of poor quality comes down by 10%. This is only a thumb rule, and there is no. A small question: which of the following best describe the internal failure here? Can you figure out? There are 4 statements. Are you reading it?
The last one.
Last one.
Last one.
Perfect, right? Before you offer a product or a service to your customer, and if the failure is detected. So you can always figure out an improvement opportunity by referring to the voice of the customer. Please have a mechanism to record and document all customer complaints, right? Maybe it may be a feedback collected. It may be a feedback collected through website, or it may be a suggestion box. Customer complaints are good. Most of the time, if somebody complains about us, we do not allow him to talk. But that's not a good practice. Make your customer talk about your inefficiency, ineffectiveness. Actually, he is doing a favor. How many of you recognize that when customer makes a complaint, he is doing a favor? Am I right or not? He wants you to do well. That is why he is coming and telling the problem to you. Otherwise, you can always go to your competitor, right? So allow the customers, and you have a mechanism to document those things so that it becomes a source for a project identification. And similarly, problems identified based on the business voice. Cycle time is high, turnaround time is high, revenue is low, profits are going down, profits are thin, my market share is going down. These are all voice of business. Problems identified based on cost of poor quality. Just now we discussed. Refer to the documents and proper sources. You get a lot of ideas, lot of project ideas. If documents are not available, data are not available, a beautiful tool called brainstorming. Call all the departments to assemble in a hall. Allow them to represent their problem. Give every department 1 hour. Do you think the department will not have problems? They will have 100 problems, right? Given an opportunity, they are ready to cry in front of you. So create such an opportunity, they will throw away a lot of problems, and then your job is done. Now you have so much problems in your hand. Only thing is you will only select certain problems which are properly aligning with your organization strategy and which makes sense when we actually run the project. But very important, all the statements should be converted into measurable metrics. The measurable metrics are CTQs, CTBs, or COPQ metrics. Nothing but dollars here. Maybe some proper units of measure for CTQ and CTB. CTQ stands for critical to quality. CTB stands for critical to business. Maybe here the focus may be on effectiveness. Here the focus may be on efficiency, right? Here it could be both. Now you have so many projects. Now list of projects are available in your hand. This is called a project hopper. Do you see little more information collected from the projects? Reduction of customer complaints. Every month there are 22 complaints coming to your head office about something. And now this can be a project. And is it a Six Sigma project or a lean project? Or is it a DFSS project?
It's a Six Sigma.
Yeah, the Six Sigma project, you can use DMAC methodology. And if you do that, the expected annual saving is 29 lakhs. Elimination of a technical issue in a wiring harness. Again, that's a Six Sigma project. The saving potential is 150 lakhs. Identify and improve the factors contributing to your operator attrition. Many people are leaving within a year. If you run this project, yes, it is HR related, Six Sigma, DMAC project, and saving potential is 117 lakhs. Reduce the process cycle time from 13 seconds to 8.5 seconds. By reducing a cycle time from 13 seconds to 8.5 seconds, what is the difference? 4.5 seconds, right? Do you think this 4.5 seconds can save you 91 lakhs annually?
Yes.
Yes.
That is why giving importance to minute details, time study and work study are important. The Taylors and Taylor and Gilbreth, they introduced time study and what do you call the work method study. This is what we are trying to teach you through 7 waste. You might think what is there, no motion waste and what is there transportation waste, but this can make a big meaning, give a big meaning to your company, right? Increase the capacity from 45 tons to 80 tons. Now, what is this project? This is a project with investment or project with investment, right? So that is a DFSS project. And its saving potential is huge. And defect reduction in wire drawing process. It's a Six Sigma project.
Six Sigma.
Rework reduction in bending process.
Six Sigma.
Yeah, rework also, no, because of defect. And setup time reduction. Lean Six Sigma.
Right.
Lean comes into play here, right?
Yes.
Reducing average handling time of a call center. I think, yeah, handling time, yes.
This is
I think we can put it Lean Six Sigma, not this thing, right?
Yeah.
And improve the average quality score from 70% to greater than 82%. You have some index, your company is measuring certain index, and that is only 70%. And your management is not happy. So it has to be improved. Probably it is Six Sigma, DMAC. And optimize the cash balance. Optimize the cash balance in ATMs, maybe a banking project. Why money should lie in the ATM? If it is available in your hand, it can be dispersed and business can be, you can grab more business. So that's a Lean Six Sigma project. So likewise, you can identify so many problems which are making more and more sense to your top management, right? And if you identify like this, then the chance of getting it sponsored will be very easy, right? And similarly, I now identify some more projects. I'm not going to read it out, right? But see here, some manner I'm trying to categorize here based on the approach I will be using, here based on the department I will be using, and maybe here on the third column talks about the amount of saving potential, right? And finally, I just make a list of projects. This is called issue hopper. And now I divide them. Logistics related, assembly related, production related, HR related, accounts related, many things. And now so many projects. When I categorize my issues or when I put my issues in different buckets, the resulting diagram is called affinity diagram. This is an affinity diagram, right? Affinity diagram is one of the 7 management and planning tool, right? It will organize your ideas and data into different categories, right? It's a tool that gathers large amount of data and organize them into grouping based on their relationship. See here, every project here is related to assembly. Every project here is related to production. Every project here is related to HR. Something like that, right? Grouping is important. Otherwise, you can't, otherwise your data will be much more unstructured. It just converts your unstructured data into a better format, right? It helps to identify large amount of data by finding the relationship, right? And so again, you can have the project hopper in different format and see here, again, the project title, the saving potential, and whether data is available or not. I am gathering. See, these additional information will always help you, right? And then whether the problem is related to other departments. If it is related to other department, then problem is cross-functional. Probably, black belts are required in the project. And rate of the part of the existing, whether this problem is part of any ongoing problem. Sometimes when you solve a problem, then you come across few other new problems, right? And so whether it is of such nature, and then any additional remarks. So these are all different ways you can create a project hopper. So business level dashboard furnishes a good platform to identify your organization specific high level projects, apex level project. That's one way, top down, right? Though Six Sigma is overall, it's a top-down approach. Step number one, we'll do it in a bottom-up because it gives only apex level project. But there are issues, there are improvement opportunities in the form of DMAC, LSS, or DFSS category. And these issues, these are the issues accumulated at the down level, right? During the regular operation of the organization. So we need to capture and then map it with our business level dashboard. So projects of apex level are identified through business level dashboard as part of top-down initiative. However, projects of operational excellence are identified through bottom-up project operator initiative. But when you are when you are identifying projects in the bottom-up, you have to make sure the projects aligns with your organization's strategic objectives. Then only it will get approved, right? So this is project hopper. And now I don't have to talk about brainstorming, because why brainstorming is required? If you call all your department heads to a common platform and allow them to discuss, that is called what? Brainstorming. It can be structured, it can be unstructured. Structured means you put a lot of rules. Unstructured means no rules. Any department can come first. Or you create the order. You give them only 15 minutes time. You only expect the department heads to talk, not others. These are all structured brainstorming. So you can use this tool. This will work beautifully to identify plenty of projects within your department. So understanding core business processes, alignment of improvement efforts with the strategic goals and policy deployment are prerequisites for project identification. If you run out of what your ideas of what your organization is doing, what kind of processes you have, what kind of departments you have, what is that your organizations want to achieve the next 3 years, you don't know that, better don't involve in problem identification yourself. You can be part of the project identification team only when you have knowledge on all these things. Project identification is a teamwork, not an individual's work. Champions, master black belts, and maybe some green belts forms as a committee, and then they follow this structured approach to identify projects for Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma, and DFSS. Business level dashboard is a platform to identify industry-specific apex level projects. The deficiencies and irregularities are identified from the down level, the operational level, forms to hopper, and those are operational projects. So at the operational level, you can identify the projects. You can make use of tools like VOC, VOB, cost of poor quality, and then brainstorming, and then your affinity diagram, and all these things will finally make you do the job very well, right? A CTQ tree is a tool that will translate your voice of customer into measurable metrics called CTQs or CTBs by identifying the appropriate drivers of satisfaction. So that's it. Are there any questions? And this